All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a really fascinating theory that connects three, pretty strange events that all happened right around the same time. We're talking about a huge discovery at CERN, a weird anomaly with Earth's magnetic shield, and a really odd spike in our planet's natural heartbeat.
And that's really the big question we're tackling here, isn't it? Is all of this just one massive, wild coincidence? Or could there be some kind of deeper connection, a correlation that ties them all together?
So just look at this timeline. In a really short window, you have CERN finding new exotic particles, a crack in our magnetic field staying open way longer than usual, and these strange spikes showing up in the planet's heartbeat, the Schumann Resonances. It's no wonder our source material calls this whole thing spookily coincidental.
Okay, so to really get our heads around this mystery, we've got to start with Earth's natural rhythm. It helps to think of it quite literally as our planet's very own heartbeat.
Now, this heartbeat isn't just a metaphor. It's a real thing called the Schumann Resonances. Basically, they're super low-frequency electromagnetic waves that create this constant, gentle hum all around the planet. You know, they're made by the thousands of lightning strikes happening every single second, and these waves get trapped, bouncing between the ground and the ionosphere.
And the main frequency, the fundamental one, is a steady 7.83 hertz. For a long, long time, this has pretty much been considered Earth's signature vibration. It's kind of like the bass note in its natural symphony.
So you might be wondering, okay, cool, the planet hums, but why does this actually matter to us? Well, according to the source material we're looking at, it might be way more important to our own bodies than you'd think.
The idea is that these frequencies can have this amazing harmonizing effect on our own biology. Maybe even syncing up with our brain waves to help us relax, stress, and maybe even get more creative. But that brings up a really interesting question. If these low frequencies are good for us, could a sudden spike to higher frequencies, do the opposite?
And this rhythm, it isn't always perfect. It can get knocked off balance by big natural events like solar flares, and by our own technology too. But this whole mystery suggests there might be a new, incredibly powerful influence we have to think about, and it's one we actually created ourselves.
And that brings us to the second piece of this puzzle, the CERN connection, and a truly mind-bending idea about creating a ripple in space-time itself.
So what exactly was going on at CERN? Well, right at the same time as all this other weirdness, scientists there announced they'd found 3 new, never-before-seen exotic particles. And this isn't a small deal, this is a major breakthrough, giving us a whole new window into what our universe is actually made of.
So, naturally, this leads to the biggest question in our source material. Could an experiment powerful enough to literally create new particles also be strong enough to affect the entire planet's electromagnetic field, powerful enough to cause both those Schumann spikes and that weird, long-lasting crack in our magnetic shield?
And here's where the theory gets really, really bold. A theorist named Max Laughlin put forward this idea that what we're seeing isn't just some electrical side effect. He proposed that the experiments at CERN may have literally caused a ripple in the fabric of space-time. I mean, a disturbance on that kind of scale could totally ripple outwards, affecting our entire planet.
So, let's recap. You've got a massive scientific breakthrough at CERN, you've got a sudden vulnerability in our planet's shield, and you've got a weird spike in its heartbeat. You put all 3 of those threads together and you are left with one heck of an unanswered question.
And in the end, whether you think there's a direct cause and effect thing going on or not, one thing is just for sure. The timeline that connects all of this, a deep discovery about the universe, a crack in our planet's armor, and a stutter in its energy field is, it's just spookily coincidental.
Which leaves us with this one final, really thought-provoking question to chew on. Are we actually seeing the cosmic ripple effects of our own scientific curiosity? Could the echo of our greatest experiments be resonating with the very essence of the planet we call home? For now, that is one fascinating mystery.